What's up guys, hope you're doing well. In today's video, we are going to talk about the most expensive movies of all time. Alright, let's begin. Number 10, Transformers: The Last Knight. Transformers: The Last Knight is one of the most recent films in the Transformers franchise. The film cost more than $217 million to create, which is a crazy amount of money for any film. 5 days after its big debut, it only made a total of $69 million, which is not a lot compared to its budget and to an earlier movie release. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen made a whopping $200 million, which is a serious difference. Number 9, John Carter. John Carter is one of the worst budget movies compared to the box office losses. Disney took a massive loss with this film as the director $263.7 million. The movie wound up flooding the box office, making an amount of $284 million at the worldwide box office. It doesn't take a lot of math to know that they almost made a profit from the film, making it not only one of the most expensive movies of all time, but also one of the biggest box office bombs. Number 8, The Lion King. The 2019 live-action edition of The Lion King was also one of the most expensive films ever made. The budget for the film was about $260 million. When it comes to the box office, the movie carried a gross of $543.6 million in the US. Number 7, Pirates of the Caribbean: On Stranger Tides. Over the years, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise has made millions of dollars from all of the films created. In 2011, it was noted that the film had a huge budget of $410.6 million, making it one of the most expensive movies in history. Well, despite its insane budget, they were able to make their money back and more, as the worldwide gross amount was $1 billion. When you have a movie star like Johnny Depp, you shouldn't be afraid to pour some large money. Number 6, Beauty and the Beast. It's pretty clear that Disney isn't afraid to put out the huge bucks when it comes to making their films. They've been making a lot of remakes of their old animated films into live-action ones. In 2017, they made a live-action edition of an old favorite, Beauty and the Beast. Disney released the numbers, and for this edition it took them about $300 million to make the movie and market it. In the first week, the movie earned $490.6 million alone. Number 5, Titanic. Titanic is a classic film that will be talked about for years. It's one of those films that makes a permanent impact on everyone and one that you will watch over and over again. Despite being filmed in the late 90s, the budget for the movie was more than $200 million. At this time, it was the most expensive film ever made, but we now know that it's no longer the case. The movie broke all types of records at the box office, and thanks to re-releases, the gross earnings is more than $2 billion. Number 4, The Dark Knight Rises. With a budget of $185 million, The Dark Knight Rises did really well at the box office. The budget for this film was a lot more compared to Batman Begins, and it clearly showed at the box office. The film made more than $535 million and more than $469 million internationally, which is $1 billion in total. These numbers are almost 3 times more than Batman Begins. In this case, a bigger budget really paid off. Number 3, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Avengers: Age of Ultron took $250 million to create. It appears like anything that features the Avengers is quickly successful. People love their superheroes, and they will always be ready to see another movie. At the box office, the Avengers installation managed to make a total amount of $459 million. With this income, there's no reason why any Avengers movie would do bad. If there's one thing we know is that people love action and adventure films, and that's everything which the Avengers are all about. Number 2, Avatar. We will always know the film Avatar for being the highest-grossing movie worldwide. The film costed just $237 million, but went on to make billions. Well, Titanic was the highest-grossing movie worldwide, but this film broke the record. It became the highest-grossing film worldwide with more than $2.29 billion. However, another movie eventually came along and beat Avatar, which was Avengers: Endgame in 2019. Number 1, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. The final film of the Star Wars franchise was none other than Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. The movie's budget was more than $275 million, which is a massive budget for a Star Wars film. Unfortunately, in the case of this film, a big budget didn't pay off as much. The movie made $515 million. Compared to the other films, it was quite less. The Last Jedi made $620 million, while The Force Awakens made $936 million, winning against both movies. With that being said, it's time to end our video. Thanks for watching.